Everybody? Alka here, and we are making a video around last epoch. Oh my gosh, the hype is real around last epoch. But first, don't worry, we're still playing Diablo 4. And I wanted to make this video because, one, obviously the game's getting a lot of hype. I wanted to learn a little bit more about the game myself because we should find out together. Is this something we should try? Comment below after you watch the video. Make sure you watch the whole thing because I want to know if you guys think that maybe I should play Last Epoch or you should play Last Epoch. I don't know. So we're gonna watch this video by ActionRPG, and I combed through a lot of different videos, and I like this guy's energy. So I wanted to kind of like listen to him and then do some comments in between the video. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I think it'll be a good one, especially if you consider playing this game. And I kind of want to compare a little bit of Last Epoch to Diablo 4 and kind of see what the differences are and maybe some benefits of one versus the other. And it's kind of really hard for me to grasp the game because I love the way Diablo 4 playstyle is, like actually moving your character and the key binds and the buttons and the spells and how everything flows very nice in the gameplay. Yes, there's obviously going to be some improvements that we can make to the game. We know that, but overall, it does flow very nice. So let's listen to our Action RPG. We'll pause. We'll talk about some things during the beginning. So, great guy. Looks like he's making some great content. So if you're thinking about playing Last Epoch, make sure you like and subscribe to Action RPG. If not, just hit that sub button to Kafka. We like that too. We like that too.
RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video, we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. Now, over the last week, streaming on Aaron Action RPG on Twitch, I have been getting tons of interaction, tons of Last Epoch questions, and lots of excitement. It has been an absolutely awesome couple of weeks. And yesterday, I kept getting a question fairly over and over again. Why Last Epoch? Why not Diablo? Why not PoE? Why not Torchlight? Why LE?
Why not all of them, right? Actually, it is very difficult to find time to be good at all these games. That would be very difficult.
And then a couple of people said, hey, Aaron, can you point me to that video where you explain why Last Epoch? And I was like, that video does not exist, but it will tomorrow. So for this video, I'm going to be telling you why I think you should support 11th Hour Games and play LE. Now, I've made the decision to not do this like listed format where 20 reasons to play Last Epoch. I'm just going to allow my passion for this game to speak for me. I have made over 600 videos now on YouTube over the past 4.5 years on Last Epoch. I've streamed.
That is absolutely insane. Over 600 videos. I didn't even know this game was coming out like 2 weeks ago, maybe. This guy's already made 600 videos on YouTube about it. He probably knows what's going on.
Into the game for 3 years. I traveled with EHG to Germany for the Runes of Power update. This is my favorite game, and I'm really going to tell you why. Okay.
You don't hear that very often when people say, this is my favorite game. And currently, I'll be honest, Diablo 4 is my favorite game right now. Like, that's the game I'm playing. I'm having the most fun playing. And I'm actually very loyal to my games that I play. I played League of Legends for like 7 years. And that game, you know, I had a ton of loyalty. I played World of Warcraft, had a ton of loyalty to that game. So there's a lot of games that I play that I just kind of stick with. And it's cool to see that he's doing that with this game.
So we're going to start off with 3 systems, why you should play Last Epoch. And we're going to start with storage. Now, as you know, inside of some action RPGs, it doesn't give you a lot of storage space, and you're always running out of storage, and it is not done very well. Well, inside of LE, not only is the storage free, meaning you don't need to spend money for it, you use in-game currency to buy tabs, and you can have 200 of them. You can also change the color. You could change the text, you could change the picture, you can organize them how you see fit, and of course, it has an awesome search feature. So if you type in fire, it immediately grays out anything that's not fire and then leaves the items that are fire. Absolutely amazing storage system. Doesn't require purchase for real money, and you have plenty of storage for all of your goods. Moving on to
Is a very well adapted storage system. I haven't had too many problems since the updates in Diablo. Season one and preseason was rough with the storage, but I don't play a ton of characters. But I could see how keeping things organized would save some time. So I do like those up the how that works in this game.
last epoch, again, absolutely awesome. Explain why it will allow my storage. You could change
Skip through that. Made a little middle
second system, and this is state-of-the-art loot filter. Now, some games have excellent loot filters, but they require third-party programming. Inside of Last Epoch, it is very important to them that you never have to alt-tab. You never have to go to a third party to get any information because everything is in-game. And you will see here that my Rive Unstoppable Paladin loot filter is all set. Many believe, me included, that when it comes to in-game loot filters, Last Epoch is absolutely state-of-the-art. And I should have mentioned that this video, I'm not going to teach you how to create a loot filter. I have 2 different videos on my bootcamp series, including how to organize your stash. This is just more about overarching systems. So far.
Something that Diablo doesn't really have, so that they got one up there. They got one up on the stash. Just by looking at like the graphics, and this must be in like beta, so the game's not like fully out yet till the 21st. It looks like we are one-upping them on the graphics. I don't know for sure. Comment below if you know, but it looks like graphics are a little better in Diablo. And gameplay is obviously what's most important, but these loot filters seem really cool.
State-of-the-art loot filter and amazing storage. All right, but wait, there is more. The crafting system in Last Epoch, in my opinion, yes, I'm a little biased, is the best crafting system in any action RPG. Not only is it easy to learn, some say hard to master, but you can craft early, you can craft often, and it feels really, really good. It is a system designed to feel good while you are crafting. They have recently, when I say recently, a little over a year ago, done a complete refresh to the crafting system, and the way you augment your items and change things is just a blast. Anybody that's played Last Epoch knows the loot filter, the storage, and the crafting are absolutely top.
I think that's something that Diablo's starting to work on, a crafting system. Obviously, should have been implemented way early on. One thing I wish he would have talked about is the he's very excited about the crafting system, and he says state of the art, one of the best crafting systems. But are we excited about the loot? And I think that's really important. Is like, I'm still really excited about getting like uber unique in season 3. Like I got one, but I obviously need to get some more. And hopefully there's some excitement around getting loot. And I don't know if he talks about that.
Top notch, if not best in the business. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about character customization. Per Steam last year, I had 552 play sessions of LE. And people ask me, Aaron, how do you play this game so long? Aren't you bored out of your mind? And what keeps me coming back to it is different character customizations, different synergies, testing different builds. It is so much fun trying to break the game or come up with something that is truly different. So for this section, I'm going to show you.
Okay, I think he's a necromancer. I'm distracted when I see these big golems in the background. That actually looks really cool. That could definitely be exciting. Let's put it into the skills.
What is kind of possible in LE? Starting off with inventory. Now, you can equip 11 different items, or if you're using a two-handed weapon, you are not going to have anything in your offhand, which is 10. You have your idols, and if anybody has played Diablo 2, these are basically charms, but they don't have to go into your inventory, okay?
I wonder if that's going to be something in a season that they come up with or add that to the game, because until I seen that in the video, I was like, wait a second, Diablo 2 had those charms were really cool. Why don't we have something like that in Diablo 2? or Diablo 4, and it looks like this game got a little sneaky with the adding the idols to this game. So nice work, Last Epoch.
Charms, but they don't have to go into your inventory. You have blessings. These are different affixes you get to further enhance your character's power by beating bosses in the end game system. You have your passive tree, obviously a lot less complex, moving left to right than you would see inside of a PoE, but still offers a lot of power and synergy to your character. And then the most impressive system, which is the skill system. Now, I don't want to oversell this, okay? But a singular skill.
I get it. You know, it doesn't look as confusing as PoE. It's the middle ground between Diablo and PoE. I mean, I get it.
Skill inside of Last Epoch, and there is 180 of them, are more complex and give you more to do than almost an entire class in a competing game. A singular skill, there is 180 of them, have.
Okay, that's a lot there. That could be a lot. One skill, 180 different variations of that skill is what I'm getting at.
Almost as much customization, fun factor than an entire class in an existing competitive game. So, for example, here I could make my summon skeletal mage cold. I could make him fire. I could turn him into death knights. I can have him shoot mortars. I can have him shoot hungering souls. I could make them attack faster. I can give them extra projectiles. I can turn them into one huge mage instead of 5 others. I can have them explode skeletons. I can have them create a traversal skill where the army moves with me. There is just so much you can do on this single.
Wow, that is a ton of development and thought put into just your skeletons or your summons or whatever it is. Like, wow, they could do all that stuff. That is absolutely insane that they could do all that. That's crazy.
Singular skill, and of course, you have 5 of them. Now, you also have a great character sheet where you could break down the stats of your character, and highlighting over anything will tell you exactly what it does. No click required. Now, for example, I am currently spec'd into my Golemmancer build, which I think is going to be the most powerful and most fun build coming 1.0. And for here, I'm using my unique item. This is my item in game, Aaron's Will. And this unlocks Golemmancer. But you need a maximum amount of skeletons so you can have more golems. So I combine that with Hollow Fingers, which up your maximum skeleton count so that I can have 3 full-fledged golem. Just a very small example when it comes to itemization, but this is what is possible from a character standpoint in Last Epoch. Now we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, which is.
I think it would be really fun to like play this game and just play it. You know, not look at any guides. The first run through, just like don't take a look at any guides. I mean, except for like if Kafka makes YouTube videos about it, then you watch those. But you know, other than that, like that's kind of cool, right? You know, just kind of playing a new game and starting fresh and just kind of like figuring it out, like fighting your way through it, I guess.
Monetization. Inside of Last Epoch, does it have predatory practices? Is it pay to win? Do I have to deal with any of that stuff in this game? Now, Last Epoch has a $35 retail price, and EHG 11th Hour Games, the studio behind LE, has a firm stance that is all-inclusive, which means $35 is all you have to pay forever for all future content. You will never have to purchase a DLC. You will never have to purchase an expansion. You'll never have to purchase a battle pass. You will never have to purchase stash tabs. That $35 purchase will take care of you forever. They have a hard stance around.
Think about how I used to play a ton of League of Legends. Like, they've done it, right? They made a free game. They made it fair, competitive. It's not pay to win, and they make billions. So maybe this game could do the same thing. $35 to buy it, looks like. But then after that, they're saying no expansions. Like, that's surprising. Like, that's crazy. Good for them.
splitting up their community. The last thing they want is you have the base game and your friend has the DLC or expansion, and now you can't play together. They hate that. So this game does have a retail price. It's $35. It's currently not going up. It's currently not going down, but that is all inclusive forever. Now, the question I normally get after that is, okay, well, how are they going to maintain the game? This is a live service game, and it's going to have cycle content and a lot of updates. So where are they going to make that money? And in Last Epoch, you do have an MTX cosmetic store. Now, this is strictly cosmetic. And again, EHG has a firm stance on literally this stuff does nothing. Your pets are not going to pick up your gold. They're not going to run and go sell your stuff for you or help you with crafting. They are strictly 100% cosmetic only, and they do have supporter packs each cycle, which we will see with the update what they are going to look like, just like you would see inside of PoE. So supporter packs and cosmetics. Now, when it comes to predatory practices, I want to show you something. Get points. You will notice here 50 points is $5, 100 points is $10, and 200 points is $20. They are even amounts. It's not $5 gives you 45 points, so you don't have enough to actually purchase the cosmetic, or the 30-point bonuses, so you don't get enough to purchase the second cosmetic, which then creates you to make another purchase, and then the train continues. When it comes to upfront pricing in an isometric action RPG, if you want to support them with pre-order editions, cosmetics, or supporter packs, they are 100% cosmetic. They don't do anything, and there's none of that.
I think that's a huge win for the game, and hopefully they could, still support the game with that feature, right? That's what's important, right? The game is going to continue to have updates and new content to keep growing its community, and those things are, if they are, able to make money or whatever that looks like, they then this might work for them. That's pretty cool.
Other stuff in it. You guys know exactly what I am talking about. So Aaron, what do you actually do in this game? Campaign, endgame, what does the actual playthrough look like? Great question. Well, inside of Last Epoch, there's currently 9 acts, and we are missing 3 of them. This is going to be coming later on. They are actively working on it right now. But you have 9 acts to explore. If you are a speedrunner, you can do it in 4 hours. Average person 6 to 8 hours, and if it's your first time ever and you're doing all the side quests and everything, it'll take you about 10 hours. And there are ways to kind of jump the campaign through the dungeons and different ways of getting leveling gear or just simply getting power leveled to make it very, very easy. But that is the campaign. Now, what you really care about is the end game systems, and the monolith is the...
I'm a little confused about that. If someone is playing the game, let me know. So do you just kind of click on these different places and then you could go there? Kind of like teleport to these places, or is it a little bit open world? Hmm. That's different. I like the open world concept of Diablo. I know sometimes we don't like go everywhere in the world, but the game's like free to roam around. I don't want it to feel like you can't roam around wherever you want. You just have to click where you want to go, and you kind of like end up there. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. Someone comment below, let me know. That'd be great.
very easy, but that is the campaign. Now, what you really care about is the end game systems, and the monolith is the main end game system. There are 10 different sections to explore. All 10 of them have their own boss, and all 10 of them have a regular version and an empowered version for when your character continues to get stronger. Each one of them offer you a different blessing that further enhances your character, and all of them offer a little bit of different scenery and enemies. Now, for this system, a lot of people compare it to delving. Some people compare it to mapping inside of PoE, but this web can get absolutely huge. And this is a singular one of those 10 different sections inside of the monolith. So this is the main end game system. You also have an endless wave system, which is our arena. And this is where you can go to the ladder and play against other softcore and hardcore characters. And it's just like an endless wave system to see how far you can get.
Hey, is he ranked 4th? What up? Is that him? Is he Zombie Man?
So you have the monolith, you have the arena, and then third endgame system is the dungeons. And you have the Soulfire Bastion dungeon. You have the Lightless Arbor dungeon. And you have my favorite dungeon, the Temporal Sanctum. And this is the dungeon where you get to make legendaries. And each dungeon has 4 tiers. And there's bosses at each dungeon, and each dungeon has a different reward. So again, not to beat a dead horse, you have the monolith system. You have the arena, which is the endless wave system. You have the 3 different dungeons, each with different rewards, and there's 4 tiers for each, and you have 9 acts for the campaign. So Aaron, what about the future? Let's talk 1.0 coming.
Before we get into that, someone's got to let me know. Do you just kind of teleport to where you are? Is there like one main spot where everyone just hangs out and then you just go teleport? Also, is there groups? Do you group people? Like, how many people are you with? Are you playing for friends? Are you not playing for friends? Are you making guilds? Are you doing this? What are you doing? I don't know. I like the video. I like his excitement. I like what he's talking about. And he's talking about some really good things and basically talking about a lot of things that Diablo 4 does not have yet, which is really cool. But I'm kind of wondering about this world of Last Epoch, I guess. Like, how is the world?
February 21st, Echoes from the Void update. Right now, everything I have showed you is the vanilla version of Last Epoch. I have had the privilege to play what is coming, and I can tell you it is so much better. Not only are we getting better performance as far as new servers, optimization, and stability, you are also getting a little bit of a blow up from a visual perspective. We are getting new textures, new fonts, new tooltips, new character screen, a little tweak to the UI. We are getting new.
Okay, so it looks like the graphics are going to get better than what we see, is what he's saying.
Environment effects. The best way I tell people is your attacks have a better punch, better shadows. You feel more attached to the ground. You are getting the state-of-the-art genre-defining faction system that Grinding Gear Games just came out and said they're going to be changing PoE2's trade because of what Last Epoch is doing. You are getting the Falconer, you're getting the Warlock, you're getting a bunch of exciting new uniques. You're getting new enemies, new areas, updates to all the endgame systems, including how corruption works. I mean, the fonts, the damage numbers, everything. It's like you kind of had maybe a little bit of an older car. And is it the same car? Does it have the same engine? Yes. Still a gas guzzler. But it's got that new paint. It's got those new rims and tires. And they don't look cheap. This is a horrible analogy. Either way, I can tell you that what is coming is so much better. If you have played Last Epoch before, you're going to be like, that's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. I've never seen that before.
I think that's really good. That there's a lot. It sounds like people have been playing this game for a really long time, and some people probably stopped playing it. So, he shared a video like this saying there's a lot of new content out. That's probably pretty good for the future, that they want to continue to make new content and grow the game. So that's really good. And it sounds like they take very good feedback from people, because it would have been nice if there was people testing Diablo 4 for the last 3 years of development or whatever that looked like, and playing the game and giving feedback. And we probably have some of these things we didn't have in season 0. In season, we would have had the stuff in season 3 that we didn't have in season 0.
Oh, look what I got! You're going to be very, very excited. The future.
Okay. Talked about it a little bit. Look what I got. Okay, maybe that's it.
Is bright. It is time for the final point on why Last Epoch, and that is the feel-good story. That is the underdog story. This is Rocky. This is Rudy. This game, Last Epoch, created by 11th Hour Games.
Okay, so this part right here, he kind of talks about how, this game was created by basically like a Reddit post. It was like a couple developers that got together, and it was like an after work project, and they started developing this game, and they worked on it for many years, and they were able to come out with the beta version and everything else. And I think there was like 7 main developers on this game, which is a crazy story because usually these type of games take a lot more development, and they were able to grind it out and make this game. So that's where it's like the underdog story, and Last Epoch is one of those stories. So if this game blows up and is like super successful, that's going to be awesome for those guys. So that's kind of the video on Last Epoch. We got some differences. The only thing that I want to question is still like making sure that like loot is really exciting in this game. I think that's really important. Making the open world, like how does the open world feel, and then how does the gameplay feel? Those are the things I'd question. I'd probably spend $35 to try it out, but I want you guys to comment down below and let me know, should we try this game out? Actually, the wife even said she might try out a new game with me, so we'll see if that happens. But if we're gonna play, so you gotta comment down below, let me know if we should try it out. But so far I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be something pretty special. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video, and have a great day. And happy Super Bowl day. Super Bowl today. It should be the Lions. Lions should be in the Super Bowl.